Okay, I hear you. You cannot pretend to be something if you're just a beginner and you haven't figured out your style, your routine, stuff like that. But it's not about what I do or don't do, it's how I feel about it. And hint, apparently not that good since I'm making a video about it. I do have problems with consistency, but those have been going on for years now because I've been an artist for many years now. I've been in an art school when I was 15, and since then I haven't figured out my routine, my style, and anything like that. But maybe that is exactly the reason why. I just never felt like I have the right to call myself an artist, and that raises questions, right? Who is allowed to be called an artist, huh? Are there like a set of rules? I would say yeah. It's not like it's a rule book that is written somewhere, but it feels like there are rules to who is allowed to call themselves an artist and who is not allowed. So of course you have the requirements. You need to be good at it, you need to earn money with it, you need to have a lot of knowledge, you need to have like a list of diplomas and certifications, because without those, who can claim that they know how to do something, right? It's not like they can show the results of their work, right? I forgot, the biggest requirement is to be consistent with it. What did I tell you? I am not consistent. I am very far from consistent. That is my biggest fucking problem. Another reason why I'm not allowed to be called an artist is because I don't know enough. It feels like learning is never enough. I don't know if anybody feels like they've known enough already to claim some expertise in the subject, but it feels like every time when I start learning some fundamentals or I revisit them, it seems like I don't know enough to wear it as a badge that I am an artist. For example, as an artist, I need to understand, how's it called? Oh my god. Perspective. I couldn't even remember the word. As an artist, I need to understand perspective, right? I need to feel it. I need to be like, I know how the objects bend in perspective.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't know.
If I don't feel like I know how to draw things in perspective, I feel like I cannot call myself an artist. Even when I do learn it, I think I will not feel like it's enough. I think that when I understand how I can draw things in perspective, I will find something new that will kind of keep me from that title of an artist. I will be like, well, now I know how to do perspective, but I do not know this. I do not know anatomy. I do not know this enough. I do not know that enough. And that will be every fucking time when I go and start learning something. Another reason why I feel like it's so weird to call myself an artist is that for the life of me, I cannot take myself seriously. A lot of modern art is kind of like a concept thing. It's not even about what exactly is depicted on the picture, it's more what a person put into it or which political reason they have to create this. And I just create it for funsies. I draw like a flower or something just because I feel like it's cute and pretty, and that is the only reason and motivation behind me creating it. I don't have some deep meaning that I put into my art, and because of it I feel like I cannot be called an artist, because artists have been putting so much weight and meaning into their art. They were putting the depth of their souls into the art, and if I don't do that, it feels like I don't deserve it. Who am I to call myself an artist if I don't have a very deep meaning in every piece of art that I create? And then, even if I would fulfill all my criteria to be able to call myself an artist, there is a public opinion. Even if I don't, your local one-ticket controller Jenny knows who can and who cannot call themselves an artist, who deserves of the title and who is not. She can scroll on Instagram and see an art and be like, nah, that is not art. I know what is art, even though I have no clue how to create it. I don't know anything about art history. I have no knowledge and expertise whatsoever on that topic, but since I'm an observer and since I'm a consumer of art, I can decide who to give the title to. And even though I'm being very sarcastic about it, public opinion matters. People who consume art should be able to give people who create art that title, even though of course they're not experts. But still, as a consumer, you should have a say in what can be called art and what cannot. This is my personal opinion. A lot of modern art that I was talking about kind of survives only on the deep meaning when there is not that much art in it. Marketing now is more important than the art itself, and that is not cool. We're straying away from the main goal of this video. Let's be completely honest right now and say that before all of that I've mentioned, the predisposition to see myself as not quite enough starts with first ever critics that I've ever had, family. And no, we're not blaming everything on family. It could be just one little comment when I was 7 that somebody from my family made about what I've created, and it stayed in my head as probably I'm not good enough to call myself an artist. Even though I was 7 at that point, who can call themselves an artist? Only super kids probably, who were painting since they were 2 or something like that, but not a 7-year-old kid. But no, somebody said that you're not good enough when you were 7, and now you cannot fulfill that criteria till the end of your days. There is criteria and you don't know what they are, but you're not fulfilling them. So now that I've successfully projected my imposter syndrome on you, let's think about what we could do about it maybe. Step 1, acknowledge the problem. Well, this video was kind of acknowledging the problem, but you might take it a step further and be like, yes, I do have it. Watching this much of this video made me realize that I relate to what you're saying too much, and probably this is my problem as well. Step 2, seek external validation. This is very important. Now you need to run to Instagram or whatever social media you have and start hysterically posting every piece of art, every sketch you've ever done to get as many compliments you can from people that you don't know. Then you need to start showing it to every person that you know to get as many compliments from people that do know you. But don't show it to your family because that would be a big mistake. Amazing solution, because it works the same way as Austrian healthcare system. With any problem that you have and you come to a doctor, they're like, yeah, take a painkiller because this problem, we don't know where it comes from, but painkiller will solve it, right? But seriously, I don't know. There's probably a golden formula how to cure this disease. I haven't figured it out yet. But if you want to be the first to know when I do figure it out, I think it's time for you to subscribe to this channel and like this video, and I don't know, write me a little comment so I get some external validation to know that there is a point in making these videos, and to make me feel better that I'm not procrastinating my tattoo practice. I'm not procrastinating going to tattoo studios and looking for an apprenticeship. I'm doing something very productive. Okay, bye!